Hi everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. This is Jen from tarotspirit.net, and I'm here to do a weekly reading for the week beginning, I think it's March 26th. I forgot to look. What's the date today? Yeah. So I'm going to be using the Shadowscapes tarot. I'm sure you guys have seen it. If you haven't, it's a really beautiful deck. I just wish it was bigger because the pictures are so incredibly detailed. As you'll see, it's hard to really see all the details. Okay, what am I going to do? Let's just pull 3 cards. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. And this is a card that comes up when we're worrying. You know, if you think about the suit of swords, this is the suit of mental activity, of our thoughts, of our communication. And, you know, humans, our minds are just a curse and a blessing, I guess you could think of it. Because obviously we can send people into outer space. We can cure certain diseases and do all these amazing, our technology, all these amazing things, art, beautiful art. But at the same time, our mind, and this is the journey through the sword cards, is we have great ideas and then we have to make decisions, and then we have the 3, which I'll talk about in a second. Then we get jealous, then we get hurt, then our minds can get away from us and make up all these, and worry, and we have fear, and we have all these other components of what makes up our amazing minds. And unfortunately, it doesn't always do us service. And so the 9 of Swords comes up when our mind is obsessing about something. So you may have sleepless nights, insomnia, worry, fear, all of those things that that everyone encounters at one time or another. And some of us, you know, very often it's very difficult. Can even make it difficult for us to function because our brain just worries about certain things. So there's something, and this is on the bottom of the deck, that is worrying you and or stressing you out, or you're obsessing about and trying to just replay it over and over and over in your mind and figure out a way to sort it out. Now, lots of times, sometimes the best thing to do when your mind is on overdrive is take a lot of Ambien. No, I'm just kidding. Is to find a way to do something where you can't keep obsessing about it. So I know I'm not a therapist, but I've been to therapy, and I value therapy. And one technique I was given is that she was like, okay, I want you to look around the room and name everything you see in the room. And so I'm like, I see a window, I see a picture, I see a couch. And it's a very simple exercise, but the point of it is that if you're focusing on something else, you can't spend as much energy and thoughts on the thing that it's not being productive. What you're doing, this racing in your mind, is not being productive. It's just causing you stress and worry and angst, and is not solving any problems. So I would say, you know, going out for a walk, getting out of the house, going and doing something, to do whatever you can to take your mind off what you're worrying about. And sometimes it's often a bad habit we have. We can choose to obsess about positive things just as much as we obsess about negative things. And I think we're taught to I don't know, worried. I think it's probably instinct, like fight or self-preservation, to make sure you don't, look both ways before you cross the street. We do need to be vigilant and things like that. But I think it can go the other way where we get so worried trying to prevent things and um, consider what might be happening that we expend a lot of energy in a negative way. So maybe try to have a plan. If this negative thoughts start coming in your head, you can say, oh, okay, here I go again. I'm going to now think about this instead. And you may have to do it 10 times in 10 minutes. Or I'm going to read a book that's positive things. I'm going to, some way to distract yourself, because this worrying isn't solving anything. Now, for some of you, there was potentially some situation where you felt slighted, you felt betrayed, that made you jealous. And again, these are other thoughts. Think about it. Have you been in a relationship and it doesn't work out for whatever reason, or the person makes you jealous in the relationship, and sometimes that's very valid. They're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and other times it's our mind getting away from us. But you ever notice, like, you have a boyfriend and some you break up with, and you can be jealous about if they're seeing someone new or whatever, or girlfriend, for years and years. And then other times you're like, I could give a shit what he's doing. Like, it doesn't matter. Or you've been very jealous and focused on this person, and then all of a sudden, and it's hard to know why, but I really believe it's our thoughts, it's our minds, it's what we're focused on, what we're putting importance on. It all of a sudden doesn't matter anymore. And you're like, you know what? That doesn't affect me one bit what this person's doing. Not at all. So it's just, I'm not really sure what my point is. Food for thought. It's interesting that the heart is out of this. Is this a swan? It's time to start thinking about opening up your heart again. There's no, because this one, it's up here in this, like, it's out of the swan. It's being protected up here. And we all, past hurts are real, and they do hurt. And it's tough to get past and to trust again. And again, your mind, well, what if someone cheated on you and you didn't know it? Well, what if I miss it again? What if they do this? Oh, it's going to be terrible like the last time. We try to put all these, how it's going to be, onto something that hasn't even happened yet. And the only way to know if you're a match for someone or a job or anything is, unfortunately, or fortunate, is to actually be in the relationship, be in the job. There's really no way. I mean, I may have a crystal ball here, but there's really no way really to know how something's going to go until you're actually doing it, actually living it. And worrying about it and having anxiety and fear about it is not going to prevent it from happening. But at some point you have to get back out there and put your heart out there again and live. The Four of Swords here is about meditation, quiet time, quieting your thoughts. This is all about the card that says, okay, the Suit of Swords, let's calm down. Let's stop. And the Four of Swords is something you can go back to, especially when you're having these Nine of Swords and Threes of Swords moments. Finding ways to clear your mind, to stop the madness that we all have going on in our heads. We all have it. And breathe and relax and clear our minds and stop those anxious feelings that come from these negative thoughts. So try meditation. Now, meditation, I have a very loose definition of meditation. It can be going for a walk. It can be playing with your dog. I mean, whatever you can do that clears your mind and stops the worry, even if it's only for a little bit. The more you can lean on that and practice and go to that and reset, it's like a reset button. Okay, wait a minute. I'm getting a little crazy here. I had a friend that used to always say, "Let it go, Jen, like a fart in the wind." And so whenever I'm getting like a little worked up about something, I bring that up and it makes me giggle and it makes me realize maybe how ridiculous I'm being or how it's not helping. It's like, just let it go, Jen. Or my other friend says, drop the quarters. Like you're all uptight. Like if you had I don't even go there, but drop the quarter. Let it go, Jen. Breathe. Calm. Relaxed. And the Wheel of Fortune is just, life is full of ups and downs, and it's not to minimize that some of the downs are really tough. I just had a friend who very unexpectedly lost his dad in February and lost his wife last week in a month of each other to breast cancer. He knew she was sick, so it wasn't a surprise, but it was shocking as hell nevertheless. So there are real bads out there, and I'm not necessarily saying to people who are going through something that tragic to, hey, life goes up and down. Okay, that doesn't apply for everyone, but in a lot of cases, we hang on to things and make a bigger deal about it than necessary. And if we can get that perspective, it's always a good wake-up call when a friend of yours loses their dad and their wife, their soulmate wife too. I know plenty of people who are in marriages that are not so great. They were best friends. And it's that wake-up call about what's really important. What really matters? Are you really living your life? Are you worrying about stupid shit? Does this ex-boyfriend or girlfriend who treated you like crap deserve you being up worrying and protecting your heart from someone who might treat it very well in the future? Learning to stay centered. If you're on the top of the wheel, that's wonderful, but you eventually, the wheel turns, you'll get crushed underneath it. But if you can ride in the center here and learn to go through the ups and downs, life will, this is what the Four of Swords is, in the center of the wheel, just breathing and being calm while sort of the madness of the world is churning all around him or her. But learning to find something to center you, to stay grounded, to calm yourself, to stop feeding the fears and the worries, is going to greatly serve you and make your life more peaceful and calmer. God, aren't these just beautiful cards? Okay. There was something else I was going to say, but it left me. So I hope you have a really wonderful week. The April monthly readings are up if you're interested by zodiac sign. You can watch your sun, moon, or rising sign. I'm lucky my sun and rising sign are the same, so I don't have to watch 3. All right, I don't know what, I'm all weird today. So have a great day, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.